Hello, I am Carlor. Actually, I'm Rat Tail. Yes, normally I'm Carlor, but today we're doing some do-it-yourself, doing a how-to video, some do-it-yourself nunchaku, aluminum conduit nunchakus. They're gonna look something like this, but longer. Obviously, I'm gonna make them longer. I'm gonna do some nunchakus. Alright, but first we're gonna make them. Carlor's favorite kind of nunchaku are his wood nunchakus you see here. I already know they're a foot long, but I just wanted to show you my measuring tape, and then I will use my measuring tape to mark 1 foot. I actually got mine from a construction site, just a small piece that they were throwing out anyway. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot, they will cut it for you. They will also cut your chain. They don't sponsor me, so I don't care where you go. Go to the electrician section and get 1-inch EMT conduit. If you're using an angle grinder, always wear safety glasses. And face shield too. So, this part's optional right here. I got some of these plastic protective end coverings that I thought maybe I could glue on, but they're actually the wrong size, so I guess I won't be doing that. See, I just realized that, but okay. But basically all we want to do is get a bolt and go through it to catch the chain. You're going to need 2 1-foot pieces. You're going to want to file later to make sure there's no sharp parts on your metal, so you don't like cut yourself when you're doing the nunchakus. You're going to need a chain link. You pick your size. I wish I went with longer because I kind of want I wanted 1 chain link to dangle inside there. Sometimes you could do that and it makes a cool rattling sound, but I guess I won't be doing that because I like to make it as long as possible. 7 links for this chain, alright? Now this is where we're going to try something new. It's just a tap set actually, it's a drill bit. 8 to 32 NC tap and drill set. Yes, take a look at that. Alright, another drill bit. I got a 3/16 drill bit. Now this is important. This needs to match the tap. So it's 32, 8 to 32 by 1.5 inches, but there's that. You're gonna want to clamp, Loctite glue. You might want 2 clamps, but instead of 2 clamps, I have this piece of wood that I'm just gonna clamp it good. You don't want it to spin. You're gonna need a drill, a motor drill, and this is an older one. It doesn't have the low setting and the high setting, so it just depends on how hard I squeeze the trigger. So let's get started. First I'm going to take this chain, I'm going to stick it through until this, I want this thing to be able to move freely right here, right? I'll hold it to the outside like this. Get yourself a marker. Take your hole. Here I'm telling you to use the drill for the tap set first, but I'm wrong. Use the 3/16. You'll see why. I like to get a little cap and fill it up with motor oil just to dip my drill bit into. For the first chuck, I used that drill bit that came with the set to drill through both sides of the pipe. Here I'm changing the bit to the tap. I don't have a chuck, so I'm using hammer nail. I gotta keep my hand very steady. The metal is pretty thin, so I just hit the trigger until I went all the way through, and then went in the reverse and hit the trigger, and I was out. In and out. Right, watch. See, it's threading in. It's threading in. I can't pull it out. But this hole right here is too small. The first hole is smaller, so I gotta make it bigger. 3/16 should be big enough to hold the bolt without it going through. If I did this at first, I could have skipped this step altogether. No biggie though. Stick it through and start threading it. Now this is where I want to put some Loctite on. Alright, see what I got? Phillips head. Screwing it in. I can even tighten it a little bit. That would be nice. Also have this rigid piece of metal. One day I can make some nunchucks out of these bad boys, and that would be pretty heavy. You could do some damage with these. To get your chain again, just put it in there. Pull it till it touches, and get your marker and make a little dot right there so you can see it. I'm going to start off with the bigger bit this time. Use the bigger bit to go through one side, but not both sides. Now I didn't finish drilling to the other side. First I need to use that one small drill bit. This one. That came with the set. Alright, get your tap. Don't drop your drill like you see I did here, because it will break the tap, like just happened, but somehow I got the tap to work still. Don't forget, forward, then reverse. Get your Phillips bent. Before you go all the way tight, put some glue. Back it up a touch so I can get it in the threads. Just put a dab of glue wherever the nut makes contact with the nunchaku, on the inside and out. Alright, just a little glob of that. Tighten it back up. This time, tighten it good. Pretty cool, we just need to cut these tips off. When using a saw, don't do this. Do this instead, with your hand. Yes, don't cut towards your hand like that. Yes. Afterwards, file it, scrape it a little bit, and clean off the glue. Now I'm going to let the glue dry. But that's pretty good, I think. So, now let's go test them out. And then let them dry. They're pretty heavy, which I like. It's probably going to hurt if I hit myself. But heavy means a good exercise and a deadly weapon at the same time. It makes you a more authentic ninja warrior or kung fu warrior when you have like bad to the bone weaponry like this. Makes me want to turn into Carlor and do some sweet kung fu moves. I can hit the practice dummy with it too. But I want the glue to dry a little bit. Sorry bros, gotta let the glue dry. But yeah, I like these a lot. I don't want to get hit in the face by them. They don't whistle as much as I thought. Yeah. Yeah. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you it up close. These things are really pretty awesome, and I just cut it off right here and I put some glue around it, you know, made sure there's nothing sharp, and they're really pretty awesome. Alright. And just make sure whatever chain you get, make sure the chain can fit in there. Alright? You don't want to jam it in. You want them to be kind of loose so that it can swing easy, pretty good in there, right? And the 1 inch rigid is a little bit too heavy and dangerous. I think this is heavy enough for me. I love it. They might be my favorite nunchucks ever. Yeah, they're great. I love them. Alright, so try it out. Also remember not to like hit yourself in the head, and check the rules in your country or your state before you go and make a pair of nunchucks a weapon. See if don't bring it to public places, you know. Just check the laws and be safe, guys. Carlor wants you to be safe. So check out my other videos. You'll love it. Fighting evil ninjas and wizards. Great stuff. Alright, so hit subscribe, hit like. Thanks, guys. I love you guys.